Hello, everyone.
Welcome, hey guys.
Welcome to Isshinryu Today. Sorry we missed last week. Got a little explanation for you. We had to reschedule. We had it scheduled the night before Thanksgiving. But during that time, Hoppy and myself came down with some kind of terrible stuff, and we're just now getting over it.
Kind of super flu.
Got some kind of flu or something, but anyway, we are getting over it. We're here, and we're happy to be here. But
absolutely,
most important, I just want to come out tonight and tell everyone Happy Thanksgiving. I missed you on the Thanksgiving show, and we'll kind of make up for it today. And I am thankful. And there's supposed to be a Thanksgiving show, but we won't proceed it to be that for a long time. But I do want to make sure that you guys understand how grateful and thankful I am for you and for Isshinryu Karate. And I got the honor of my life. My mother came by and saw me on Thanksgiving, and it was great to sit down and talk about, me as a child and now her as being elderly and stuff. And I'm grateful to still have my mother. And for those that don't have your mother, I'm sorry.
It's a hard holiday.
And I love you. But I'm here, and I love you, and happy Thanksgiving. I am tickled to death to be on the show tonight. I couldn't wait all day. I've been excited all day. I had to work this morning, but
I've been looking forward to it all day too.
I'm telling you, I'm excited. We got some great new stuff to talk about. We're at home this evening. We didn't go to the dojo, so we set up the little thing, and Hoppy keeps hitting the table, and the camera keeps moving. It's fine. It's sitting on a little rinkety table, but we're trying not to hit it for you. But guys, welcome to Isshinryu Today. And this is, I hit it that time.
I gotta say, I'm thankful for my sensei and his wife these holidays right now.
Absolutely, man.
I appreciate my sensei and his wife, because all your hard your loved ones, man.
And some of you may not be able to get on a Monday night. We used to do it on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Here we are on Monday, starting off the week right. And we got a couple announcements that we want to do. And then we'll do our shout outs, and then we'll get into our discussion this evening. And just because we're here in the living room doesn't mean we're not going to go over a few things, because I've been brainstorming. It's been on my heart to talk about a couple of things in our system, basics for self-defense, fundamental basics for self-defense. And this is part 11. And hey, Yo-Yo, how are you?
Hey, how y'all doing?
But great to see everybody. So the first thing that I want to do is make a couple announcements. The first announcement that I want to make is we've got the Kia Christmas party and awards banquet, the Hall of Fame awards banquet and Christmas party, and that's going to be December 14th, and that's right here in Lexington, North Carolina. Our nomination forms should come out this week, so you can nominate who you think should be. And there's a lot of nominations: competitor of the year, competitive fighter of the year, kata of the year, just a lot of categories. Absolutely. And like for, the black belts too, when you get nominated, we'll go through them, and whoever's got the most votes will be your winner, just like Kia of the month. So that's a lot to look forward to. Now, this year we are doing a covered dish. So make sure all the parents are listening and spread it to the children. We are doing a covered dish. You bring a covered dish. Everybody brings a covered dish, and it is formal wear. So it's going to be a great banquet. I'm excited about this year's lineup that we have as far as the student base that we have. It's going to be exciting. We're probably one of the best years that we've had in a long time. So,
had a lot of new students. It's been great. A good year.
So if you hear me coughing a little bit, just know that I was sick last week. Hoppy was sick last week, so we're going to make it through. We're going to make it through this show. I do have the pictures of those that won. We do have the pictures right here. Some of them have been sent out, and some of them got sent back, so I must have put the wrong address. Carrie Weaver's, yours got sent back. I got to send it out again. And Jessica Heitkamp, yours, I got the wrong address, obviously. So if you could send Becca a message. That way she'll have your address.
I didn't know where it was. I didn't know people were still probably getting mail up there towards the the western side where they had some flood and stuff.
Yeah.
That was still an issue, so that could be a part of the issue.
Yeah, well, it got sent back, so it had to do on our end, and I apologize for that. But we will have them to you in the next week or so.
Absolutely.
In the next week or so. So our first shout out goes to that's the announcements that I have. Another announcement that I wanted to make was if you're a kiosk student and you're listening, I do have the Christmas bears. We have like 200 Christmas bears. These things have attacked me in my truck every time I open the door. They're just ready to jump out and go to somebody.
They'll jump in numbers.
So I ordered enough business cards for free classes, and I got the teddy bears, and we're going to meet up and pass these things out. So next week if you want some teddy bears, come get them from me so that we can get these things passed out to some children that may not have a Christmas.
Absolutely.
At least they'll get a little teddy bear
Something, yeah, absolutely.
with 2 weeks free classes. So we want to honor that and kicking that off for January. And make sure that they get Christmas taken care of. That's something that we kind of do every year.
That's important.
And, you never know, guys. It may be the only Christmas present that child gets or somebody gets. And if it's not, that's fine. If you find them laying on the side of the road, that's fine too. At least we know that we had the good enough heart to give someone something for Christmas. Yeah. And they may not have had it. Okay.
I agree 100%. I love it.
But welcome to Isshinryu Today. It's glad you're on here. We're going to get started here in a few minutes. This is Hoppy for you new watchers and listeners. This is Brian Hopkins.
How you doing? How you doing?
This is Isshinryu. Brian Hopkins is Master Hopkins. Now he got promoted to Rokudan by me. And I'm Kyle Forrest. So if you don't know who I am, it's great to meet you. It's an honor. It's my honor to meet you because you're spending your time to watch me. And I thank you so much. And I hope that something we say or do can save your life.
Absolutely.
I hope you don't never have to use it. But something.
I'm still seeing a lot of Amber Alerts too. So y'all watch your kids, this stuff.
I got 2 today. 2 Amber Alerts.
I got 2. I was gonna say that's why I said something. I got like 1 or 2 of them today.
I got 2 Amber Alerts.
It's going on a lot, man. It's really a bad thing. You don't see it on the news neither.
No.
That's why I feel like we need to say something. The news don't cover it.
It's getting bad, and we need to really address these things.
Yeah.
Our mental and verbal self-defense. We need to pay attention to those skills, hone in on those skills a lot more.
Absolutely, guys.
Sometimes you don't even get a chance to get the physical part, which is the fun part that I like, but the mental and the verbal, sometimes you don't even get a chance to do those. So putting yourself in certain situations and mental awareness and things like that is very, very important, especially in today's society.
Guys, it's so bad about these Amber Alerts, guys. I mean, they'll snatch your kid up, take off, run off out of Walmart real quick. I mean, everybody thinks it can't happen to them until it does. So you guys keep your eyes and ears open. I mean, just pay attention.
So tonight, let's give our first shout out. Our first shout out goes to our founder, Grandmaster Tatsuo Shimabuku. Thank you, sir, Ray.
Thank you, sir.
We thank you so much for your dream and your passion to make a difference in other people's lives. Not only self-defense wise, but you took some young men that had direction because they were in the Marine Corps. Yeah. But you taught them how to stay alive for their families and how to come back home. And then you put a challenge to them to start teaching your system of karate when they came back from the Marine Corps. Our style was founded January 15th, 1956. And I'm sure there was a lot that went into it before then. Chan Magwate, of course, was the name, but Isshinryu is what Tatsuo's dream was. And that's what we teach today. Absolutely. And we wouldn't be able to do that today had it not been for our servicemen fighting for our freedom, for one, fighting for their country too. Absolutely. And then fighting for our system so that they would be free and have something that they could share with others when they got back. So I'm forever indebted and grateful to Tatsuo Shimabuku for sharing your system and your thoughts and your ideas and your dreams with these servicemen. And
I think something sticks out in my head too is something you told me from the very beginning, man, is tradition stands.
Tradition stands,
man. I like MMA and all that stuff too, but if you just have somebody to teach tradition, I mean, it would get to where it just wither down and wither away. And
the applications are there. Yeah. Whether you're standing or on the ground. Right. The applications are there. You just got to understand the applications. You got to understand the move. Yeah. You got to take time to apply these techniques in about every situation that you can.
If you don't know, go find somebody that can help you out on it.
And hopefully that's what we can do a little bit here on the show. Right. Is maybe give you an idea. Right. And share an idea with you that we've experienced. Yeah. And then you can build that idea into whatever you would like. There's no limitations. That stands
so true to me, though. I hear that all the time. Tradition does stand. It does.
It does.
It really does.
So thank you, Tatsuo Shimabuku, for your dream. More importantly, thank you for your service. and your time with these servicemen and making these young boys, giving them direction, and take them in like a father and teach them and train them and watch out for them.
I'm sure guys are probably scared too, being over there in the war and stuff at their age, 17, 18 years old.
Yeah, I mean,
they were learn karate too.
They were in active war status,
right?
You know, so
yes, I mean, that's pretty crazy.
That would be something detrimental that I don't know that I could do. To be honest.
Right.
And then to take a system that wasn't even here in the United States, karate wasn't even known, and come back here and start dojos and know how to teach it and how to get students and how to get involved.
I haven't actually been in the military, but they said guys, when they come home, they have a hard time adjusting back to a normal life.
Yeah.
So you may coming home and trying to teach a style of karate. I mean, it would be crazy. It's hard to fathom.
You can't fathom.
Right. Yeah.
Our second shout out, of course, goes to our first generation students. All of them.
Thank you, guys.
Served in our military. You know, all of them gave some, and unfortunately, some of them gave all, and they didn't make it home. But to the ones that did come home, you kept their lineage, their legacy, their lives alive through your teaching.
Yeah.
And, you know, to bring a system home and to know how to get students and to teach the students and know how to open a school and run a school and keep all that stuff straight. Man, I run a school now, and I'm telling you, I don't know that I could do it, to be honest with you. I wasn't geared.
You can't run your sensei. Your sensei was in another country. It didn't like he was in just another city down the road.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
so,
right. I don't know.
You know, these guys amazed me.
We're so fortunate to get what we got.
And then our next shout out goes to our second generation students, which would be my sensei, Hunchy Phil Little. Thank you so much. All you second generation students, you guys, you guys took a system from your first generation students and you spread it abroad even further. So now it reaches every region that it could possibly reach.
Absolutely.
And this was before the internet. So these guys took their training.
They really was the driver.
They took it from, and they knew where they come from.
Right.
And then they knew where they were going with it. They went with it, and it produced me and other people like yourself to be able to get on the internet now that we have it and share with everyone Tatsuo's dream. And, you know, guys, that's, you know, if I just get to touch one person and tell them about a dream, man, I feel like I've accomplished something.
If I can be a house instructor, my sensei, I feel like I've done something.
Hey, Grandmaster Ronnie Cimarosi.
How you doing, Master Cimarosi?
And Master Brian Hopkins are world class in both the dojo and on the big screen. Thank you so much.
Thanks, so. We appreciate that.
Speaking of tradition, you have to know where you're from before you know where you're going. And that's our saying.
That's our saying.
We must remember where we come from in order to know where we're going.
That's exactly right.
And that lays precedence. And we want to take every opportunity that we can to share with others where we come from.
Absolutely.
And,
absolutely.
You know, just like Master Cimarosi here, he comes from a great bloodline lineage.
Absolutely.
I mean, world class.
Yeah.
Top notch runs at Elton Dojo. If you guys are in Maryland, in that area, stop by and look up Ronnie Cimarosi's dojo and go visit him. He'll be more than happy to train you. And I'm telling you, you'll get some of the best training you'll ever get in the world.
Absolutely.
We got to see him. It was an honor to see him teach.
Yeah.
And then we come back and did a show.
Yeah.
Remember we come in and did, and
just me, all them guys who spend time with him, man. Pick your brain.
You're welcome, my brother. But you know what? The more I go over the techniques that he taught down there, something else comes out of it.
Right.
And that's what it's about. You know, that's what it's about. Because now I can take what worked for Master Cimarosi and his teachings, and I can apply it to me, myself.
Right.
And I get a personal lesson out of that each and every time that I get to it. And that's the way you train, guys.
That's the way it sure is. It's beautiful because everybody sees something different there.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about it, man. You know, white belt walk in the door and see something none of us has ever seen before. And so we're returning to share knowledge, man.
So if you haven't got your pictures yet, we're not throwing an axe tonight to try to win them. But we do have some more of these. And if you'd like to have one, just send me your address, and I'll make sure that you get one of these. This is a picture of me and Hoppy on Isshinryu Today. We was live right here.
Last time I was on axe, guys, I wasn't worried about me hitting target anyway.
Yeah. Last time his shoulder hurt and he had to throw left-handed, so I left the room because I didn't know where the axe was going.
I've done the same thing. I don't need to do that left-handed. I'm not very good at left-handed.
He did a great job. But I want to say I'm thankful for you guys. For my Thanksgiving, I want to give it back to you guys. I want to say thank you so much.
Thank you for everything.
And So we were talking, now that we got the shout outs out of the way and things like that. We were going through this book right here that we always go through.
Yep.
And in the back of this book, and this is the Isshinryu Karate, the Ultimate Fighting Art,
right.
by Grandmaster Harold Long and Tim McGee. And I've got a little flag up here because I got to reading, and I actually want to ask you guys a question.
Yep.
Because when you go through the terminology back here in the back of this book, I just wanted to see, maybe there's, maybe I'm teaching it all, or maybe I'm not. There's something that caught my eye. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you guys if you have ever heard this before. And I've been in this system for 35 years. I've been in it for 35 years, and I've never heard of this technique.
Right. Neither.
But when I go back here in the back, and it's got all the punches and the blocks and the kicks and stuff, it's got them listed. It's got the Okinawan word for it, and then it's got the English version. So I was going down through here. Kaito Uke, and I'm probably saying that wrong, but next to it, it's abbreviated as Kaito Uke. So Kaito Uke, the name of this block is a chicken head wrist block.
I've never heard that before.
I'd never heard that before either.
My son's pretty knowledgeable, so guys. I mean,
I'm sitting here trying to figure out. I think I've got a good idea.
Yeah.
And I know a defense from it, but a chicken head wrist block, I've never heard.
I never heard that way.
That's a funny name,
yeah.
But it's actually written that way in the book. And this is Harold Long's book.
I've read that thing a few times too, and I still can't come across it.
I'm going to ask a question, just question and answers, and you guys can look it up if you want to. But whoever comes up with the technique, I'll send you a picture because I want to learn this. I've got an idea in mind of what it is.
We only seen like one little small video.
One
It was like
small
5
video,
seconds, like 5 or 10 seconds long.
And it really made me think of Suin Tsukata.
Right.
And once I seen that technique, and I'm not sure if that is the right technique.
Right.
I'm just saying that's the one that it brought up.
Right.
And so when we did our search, but it's a chicken head.
It says it's a karate block.
Wrist block.
It could be coming from other styles of karate. It could be different a little bit maybe.
So I'm putting it out there, and I've been giving this some thought, and I think I'm gonna show some self-defense from what I think. I don't know. I'll have to ask my sensei. Ronnie Cimarosi says it's used a lot in jiu-jitsu. Think back in the day of Grandmaster Wally J and small circle jiu-jitsu. Well, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, this chicken, and I see it in Seisan,
right,
Sauchin,
yep,
even Nahachin on the side.
Right.
Wansu, if you take it to the top. If you take it to the top, Wansu.
Yeah.
Chinto, it's all over there.
Yeah.
Kusanku, and Suinsu. So it must be very important. I just never heard it called this way.
No, neither.
And so I'm like, okay, well, if I think of a chicken head and a wrist block, then yeah, it kind of makes sense. But it's like in the beginning stages of maybe one of the other blocks. You know what I mean? So I want to cover some of that in our self-defense things. But if you go down through there, it's very interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
On some of the things, and I'm like, man, I've missed a couple of these.
Yes. I can't believe I've never seen it.
And I've got to go. For example, a pressing block. Ose uke, a pressing block. So what's a pressing block?
I actually never heard of a pressing block.
Terminology
that way.
It's very interesting that all this stuff is in this book, and I'm sitting there going, okay. And so my question is, do we really know our basics?
Right, there you go.
Do we really know our basics? No matter what level we are, we still have something to learn. The basics will save your life. So today, I dreamed this last night as far as, and like I said, it's 24/7 with me, guys. I don't know if you know me or not. If you know me, you know. everything is related.
We live,
to
breathe,
my
eat, sleep this stuff.
And physically, I may not be able to do the things I did, but mentally, yeah, I'm all over the place when it comes to this, So it's also used as a strike, very strong strike to upward under the chin, ribs, solar plexus. Thank you so much, Master Simmer. See, we have not because we ask not. Thank you so much, Master Simmer.
Appreciate that.
Great. And so there we go. These are techniques that is listed in the book. Didn't recognize them called that. I'm sure if I saw it,
we know.
I may call it something a little different.
Right.
But still, I need to go back through my basics and really press myself with a pressing block and find out everything that I can use this thing for. We all know side block, head block, cross body block, leg block. We know those blocks, but when it comes to different blocks and stuff, so.
You don't just mean hitting a skinny guy with a skinny neck, guys.
Yeah. No. So, okay. So what I want to do is I want to get into some of these things, and I know we're sitting down.
Yes.
But this is a good way that I can show you that we can practice it from a seated position.
Absolutely.
We can practice it from the ground position. We can practice it from a stand position. And yes, y'all will see Hoppy get hit. So
everybody loves that.
That's what you're worried about. But anyway,
it's good though. You may be out to dinner with your wife or your family.
You may call this block something different. And it's a block. All our strikes are blocks and all our blocks are strikes.
Exactly right.
You can use it for either thing. If
Absolutely.
it protects you, it's a block. If it pushes them away or whatever, then it's a strike if you want to say so. So anyway.
Depending on whether it knocks Hoppy out or down.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys.
But
one that I want to talk about is an open arc sweeping block. The open arc sweeping block.
I think those are similar to the thing I was talking about.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But if you think about the beginning, now I don't want to talk about it just going around.
Right.
That is a good defense. We're going to talk about that. Okay. But I want to talk about at all angles of this thing. Going around, going up, going down, going aside, going across.
Right.
There's a lot of different things that this block can be used for.
Right.
Now, how do you do it if you're a beginner? It's an open arc sweeping block. So what it means is it connects to all four corners, the two hips and the two shoulders. So it will go across one hip to the other hip, across one shoulder to the other shoulder, and then down for an open arc sweeping block for an uppercut. Okay. So now the uppercut comes from right beside the breast, according to the way Harold Long done it, comes right beside the breast. It comes out and it turns at the last minute. Yeah. So it's a straight punch with a twist, if you want to say.
You're not digging down, guys. So.
But my focus tonight is going to be this open arc sweeping block. Now, I can't close my fingers. I try. That's about as far as I can get. They've been broke so many times. This one especially. They've been broke so many times through the years of training that they only close a certain amount. So
don't folks have your fingers closed on these guys.
You need to try to have. I can close this one. Yeah. To some of them.
Just like they break your finger, like.
But this one is just don't do it. Okay. Yeah. So please forgive me if I'm doing this. If you say, well, your fingers need to be closed. I understand. I understand completely. And if you had my hands, you could close them right to you, because if I close them, my hands are cramp all back in here, and it gives me a fit. So we're going with the motion. Okay. Open arc sweeping block. So if we're going to turn toward each other so that you can see the technique.
I'm going to try back just a little bit before one table.
And I'm not going to stand. I'm just going to get like an angle here.
Like I said, this could be a defense where you're out to eat with your family and try to touch you while you're sitting down. So.
I'm sitting down or whatever, but anyway, I want to take the beginning part of this block is to where it starts at one hip, okay? And this may be from a seated position, it may be from whatever, but let's say if he grabbed me just grab me, okay, just to grab. I don't care what he does, but I'm just saying the beginning motion of this is everyone wants to see the ending part, but the beginning is actually here.
Yeah, the elbow.
Here to there.
Right.
now it's a pull if I need to into that uppercut. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but the beginning part is the hinge. You're fine. The beginning part of this is the hinge.
Yeah.
The hinge of this going from one to the other, like I said, from one corner to the other. Now that's going under his arm. If I did it coming over his arm, it becomes a little trapping motion. Now you get into some of the Wally J 5-circle jiu-jitsu to where I just grab his hand and go under, over, whatever. Now, once if I go under from this distance, this has to pop up immediately in case that other punch is coming.
Right.
Okay, so I can here and knock that to the side.
Right.
Now I've got his head.
Yeah.
And when I bring this down, I can rake his eyes. I can pull his nose.
That's kind of trapped too, the way
I can actually get him right here and come up underneath here and catch into a lock, a jiu-jitsu lock, to where we can take it to the ground. You okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
So you get into a lot of things. But now let's say he took a quick jab with that hand. Boom, that may be all I get. You see, that's the beginning of that. That's that. See that chicken neck?
Yeah. There you go. There you
see
go.
what I'm saying? So
go.
it's the beginning or the ending of something cool, which you see a lot in Seisan. You see a lot in Sauchin.
Yep. The Hachin.
Okay. You see a lot in Naihachi. Okay. So using these techniques, if I get here, let's say he comes in a little closer on me here, like this. Okay. And I can't get anything. He's got I may have grabbed him to try to get him off. He may have some. I may want to just bend this straight up to his chin and then push to his neck just to push him away. So this open arc sweeping block becomes, instead of a big circle, now it becomes a little circle. It becomes a little circle in, out.
Almost like a little uppercut with your wrist or something.
If I take it up, if he throws a punch from this and I take it up, it just switches over, boom, so I can push him away.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I added two of these in there, then it becomes a push. And I'm telling you guys, in a self-defense situation, a push is your favorite friend.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going to go and tell you because it buys you distance
Yeah.
and it keeps something going at all times.
Absolutely.
So if you notice I'm doing my hands, this is double open arc sweep.
Yeah.
That's all it's doing. So if he's coming in real aggressive, boom, I can push him back and now I've got my distance. So these turns and these open arc sweep blocks, that is coming from all four corners, okay?
Right. It can be very disorienting too, guys.
And yeah, I mean, if you just keep rotating in the face, keep something there, claw in the eyes,
very disorienting,
smacking the nose, hitting the ears, whatever you want, it's there.
It's very disorienting.
But this open arc sweep block, okay, this is coming around and across. Mm-hmm. It comes over, around, and across, and down, okay? So that now I've got pressure. I can pull the elbow up. Yeah. Okay.
Get back
I can come into here and reach with the other hand, which would be one of these, maybe in Seisan.
Yep.
To where I get this. There's many different things. I can also get, once I get this block down, I just turn this right back over.
Oh, yeah.
And now we start getting, chops here, chops there, whatever I want to do.
Some of the twists and cuts.
Okay. So now that we went around this way, let's see what happens if we reversed it. If we took it the reverse direction. So instead of taking him here and down, what if I wanted to take him here and down? Yeah. So it just gives you a different avenue.
Right.
Awesome stuff, Sensei. Thank you so much. I'm trying. I'm learning this new block. Didn't know it was called this, but I'm kind of giving an idea of what I see it could be. This chicken neck.
This guy right here is a gym, guys.
Chicken neck wrist.
Chicken head
wrist block.
Wrist block, yeah.
So from a seated position, you have a lot of opportunities, okay? You got the direct center line directly in front of you. So if I go one up, I can go one down. Mm-hmm. One up, one down. And it's still an open arc sweeping block because it's making two different motions. Yeah. This is this way. This is this way. This is also this way. Paint the fence.
Remember, guys, you got the beginning, middle, and the ending.
So just wanted to, so if I'm here and I want to use this open arc sweeping block uppercut, just like we're taught, even though I don't start this way and say open arc sweep uppercut, I'm in this position, fighting position. I'm sheltered. I put my elbows up. I still get boom. I still get boom. Okay. Still get here into that. Okay. That's a round. So if we're here and I take him this way, that gives me another shot. If I'm here and let's say I take the block this way. Okay. This way. Now I got my uppercut into the body now. Or growing or whatever I need to do. But it's a matter of fact of, I love that particular block. Is extremely useful in changing your opponent's direction during the fight to go inside or outside in. That's exactly right. So, but one of the things that I like about having your hands open in a position is, like I said, this pushing thing. If he keeps pressing, 90% of the time, I'm going to say 95, and you can disagree if you want or agree or whatever. I'm going to say 95 to 96% of the times, anytime the fight comes, the initial response is throw your hands up. And this is something great for ladies because, and men too, because a push is your favorite friend. You can push them over something. You can push them back. You can pull them. And the reverse part of this open arc sweep, the last part is to pull down. You know, when you do this open arc sweep here, it comes down. It comes down and then the uppercut comes. So pushing can be your best friend. If they get too close here, you can push. Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing.
And that'll be enough to keep him from being able to do anything else.
When you get time after pushing, pull. You know, pull, pull. Now you just keep pushing again. So all this stuff is down, around, across. Oh, they could go kill me. How about Brooke? 1-2. I started 1-2. I didn't mean to. Actually, just a natural reaction.
It's hard not to do it.
Sorry. Oops. Okay, don't tell me. I'll pay you money. Hush money.
Yeah, pay me nothing.
But this open arc sweep. So let's talk about that a while. If you guys are watching, one more thing. I'll give you some more stuff that's a little even tighter. Okay. So since this is round, okay, then I can go from one side, hit on the chin here. There's my chicken neck, if you see, and stay connected to get a lot of different things going on. Here. Okay, now, anytime that I do this, I need to connect with this. Here, okay? Or up under here to this arm. See this hand stick through? And when I dream a genie here, it gives me that head tilt. Boom. That may be the pull through of something else.
Where the head goes, the body has to follow, guys.
On an arm or something. Let's say we're here. Now, you can pretend this is ground if you want to. But what I do with this open arc sweep is I set up one of these. See how this comes down and around and just pops that. Let's do it real slow. All I'm doing is coming around and this downward locks into this hand as this hand pulls this up for an Americano lock. And if I wanted to take it outside, then it becomes a Kimura lock. Okay? It becomes a Kimura lock. Once I slide those hands together and I dream a genie, then it's a wrap. It's either tap, snap, or nap. Whichever. But all three of them's coming if he don't say nothing. Okay? So let's talk about some of these techniques as a show, as a crew, as a family, as students. So if you're new and you're wondering which technique we're doing, it's going to be the technique that's in your movements chart 1, movements 2, or chart 1, chart 2. The open arc sweep, right hand uppercut. If you don't know that move yet, just open arc sweep like you're waving at someone. Just say hello. And it stops a pretty aggressive punch. So, you know, if he's standing up and he's punching down at me, it gives me a good stop.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It gives me a good stop. And then here's this pressing block. Boom. Right into there. And then the straight and then the punch. Okay.
He was nice with that one. He could have went to the groin or the liver.
Yeah, I could have went somewhere else.
Somewhere down there.
The knee, wherever you hit your head. Okay, so let's talk about this. What do you guys think Give me some ideas on this and let me.
Be great, guys.
That's just off the top of my head.
This
from reading
they
this
just now
blog,
seen this like right before the show went on. So this is something we've literally just worked on for the last 30 minutes maybe at the most.
Yeah, on the show.
I mean, on the show is all we've done.
So, what do you guys think? Communicate with us. What do you think?
What do you think about the chicken there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, these are just techniques that you can use. And this block, if it goes one way, it can also go the other way, right back to its natural position.
I love Isshinryu, but it made me think of when I seen it in the book or on the internet when we looked up. It looked like a praying mantis kind of thing that comes through those. And I used to take Kung Fu guys, and it's just I see a lot of similarities.
Well,
so maybe it was just called something different.
Let's talk about that. Okay. So I know a lot of people, and I don't do wrist locks a lot, guys.
Yeah, I don't know.
But good stuff, Marty. Said good stuff. I don't do wrist locks a lot, but sometimes when somebody, when you're in there fighting, they'll grab your arm.
Right.
And if you're in jiu-jitsu, they'll try to pin your wrist. Okay. Well, I'm going to show you something that I learned, and this comes from Grandmaster Chris Sproul, not me. So if they grab my arm, and I'm going to try to put it here and pretend this is the floor. If they grab my arm, okay, it only takes, see how my finger is pointing this way? All right. So if I use the open arc sweep, and let's use it backwards, but I take this same finger and see how it's on this side of his arm. And if I just point to the floor and put it on the other side of the arm, I can re-grab his wrist. Okay.
I already lost my grip. Just when you move to center, I already lost my grip.
It's just a turn. Now, if he grabs the other way, if he grabs with the other hand here, okay, and he's trying to pull me, now it becomes an open arc sweep to where this comes to its natural position to here.
Yep.
And then I just do an open arc sweep to clear it, and I got him by the throat. So
I remember that one.
You know what I'm saying? So if he grabs this arm again with this other hand, either way, I don't mind. Let's say he grabs it with both arms. Then he's got a good hold on. We're in here tight, and he grabs my arm, trying to get me in an arm bar or something. So all I do is just grab this and push down, and that's all I do is just like a reinforced block.
It is. It hooks in there right there, and it really gets it, guys.
Yeah, I just point to the sky, and then I point to the floor. That's all I do, and it just locks the hands in. So even if you're on the ground and grab a hold of your arm and trying to get you in a position, you have things that you can do.
Right.
Open arc sweep, open arc sweep, open arc sweep, open arc sweep. It depends on how big you want to keep that circle.
I don't think it matters. It's called a chicken head
or
the.
If you'll notice my finger pointing, it's still
doing the
angles.
same motion.
It's angles. It's not so much a circle, but it's hitting all those points of an angle.
Like I always says, there's a beginning, a middle, and an ending to all these. It's not just about just bring up a block. I mean, goes a long ways, a lot in there.
Sure, it comes up, it goes down, it goes around, and everything.
A lot in there.
So what do you see, Hopkins? I mean, you watched, you read the label just like I did.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, we just literally been working on this since the show started, and that's what comes to my mind. I never had a chance to say it to you before the show started, but I took both of them Kung Fu for a while, guys, under Master Kyle Forrest. I don't know if any of you know him or not, but anyway, I don't know like a blue belt, but anyway, I trained with him for a while, but I see there's a lot of similarities. Not something I really get into because I'm real skinny. I got bony wrist. I feel like they'll break easy, but as far as like hitting with my wrist, I never felt like it would be a good idea. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. One of the things maybe I got to learn. I usually try to hit with my muscle. But I guess I mean different things work for different people.
Well, that's what I was talking about. Like when they throw a punch, when you're throwing a punch, is getting the position of my hand to where. And when I do this, if I do this, throw it again, I could see how it pushes me back. Right. But when I lock this in place, boom,
it's already got me going that way.
It gives it a directional change at an angle.
It gives they change momentum real quick.
That is crucial.
It really is.
That is crucial to change that position. Because now I could run by him if I needed to get away real quick. Let's read what we got here. I kind of think of it like opening a door. Absolutely. Yeah. Turning the key on the door and I think it really hitting on that part of that that he said more, but just hitting on that part. If you stick a key in the door Now, this is a good lesson, especially you beginners. Why do we use a straight punch? Well, I'll show you a couple of reasons.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to, well, let me get my hand. Have you ever tried to grab a can this way? You'd have to do it from the top, but still, you don't have a real good grip on the can.
Yes.
But when you grab a can, notice your thumb's on top.
Right.
Okay. When you open a door, your thumb's
I
on
got
top.
it, I'm telling you.
When you lock a door, your thumb's on top. When you grab something, thumb's on top. When you open your car door, your thumb's on top.
Yeah.
This punch makes so much more sense because our style is developed off natural body movements.
Right.
So if I went to pick this thing up and I picked it up this way, but if I'm going to actually have a hold on it, I'm going to have to
Right.
grip it in my hand.
Right.
So anything that I get, I have to put that thumb on top. Okay. When you write, your thumb is on top.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Everything that you do in your lifestyle already,
Yeah.
your hand's in this position.
Yeah.
Not this.
I always think it's like
It's kind of weird to, pick stuff up this way, but you pick it up this way all the time. You pick this up.
Yeah.
When you use your phone, your thumb is on
Right.
top.
Right. Yeah.
I'm telling you. So everything that you use, that thumb is on top. It's like a dynamite.
Well, except for y'all who scroll
Okay.
all the time.
And if you think about this same motion,
Yeah.
it's the same motion.
Yeah.
And that's critical because
Yeah.
what that does is that takes your inside of your arm. It's like ligaments and tendons and everything. And what you're doing is you're twisting them up. And a rubber band or a string or whatever is always better when it's intertwined with something. So when you twist all this stuff up and makes it intertwined, it becomes a reinforceable.
But what I also see
Yeah,
is
great.
it's like since they taught me clock system, so I see it still is it's just going around the clock. You know, I don't know how it's going around.
It's going around the clock.
Right.
It's going all the way around.
Yeah.
And back.
Yeah.
And over and down.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is like opening a door. It gives you a quick access to what he calls the kill box and what I call the picture frame. Absolutely. It protects those vital areas that we were talking about, that triangle. And all this is really based off of that triangle. If I did this, so going into, if it's a block and then it's a press block or a press strike, it becomes into now Sauchin. Or Sanchin or Suinsu, or
Absolutely.
it becomes all our katas are there.
I see so much of it.
It's amazing to me to think back to our founder.
Absolutely.
And
I think he'd be proud of
how much knowledge this man had on such simple looking techniques. He said, well, I'm going to base my system off stuff that we do every day.
Right.
I'm going to reach out and I'm going to grab something. I'm going to pull it to me. I'm going to set it down.
And look how
I'm going
much
to put it up here.
Look how much
I'm going to put it back down here.
Imagine all the great guys who sends this stuff down and how it's progressed over the years.
Yeah.
Master Little, and there's so many good Master Isshinryu. There's so many top guys this stuff has come down from.
And I asked myself,
Master
what justice can I do? Well, the only justice that I can do is share what they shared with me. And hopefully you'll share with somebody else.
This
You
guy-
don't even have
This
to
guy
mention my name.
This guy right here's got a brain. I would train him for me and Bruce Lee. I tell you what.
It's all Tatsuo anyway.
Yeah.
But and if you think about, we get into our katas, and if you think about some of these motions,
Right.
reinforced block, blocking in, blocking out. If you think about these,
It's some type of formal
With-
problem.
I mean, these are just different things that were natural body movements.
Yeah, who's
you know.
going down? We're going to farm and stuff like that. I guess.
Somebody grab them, they grab them back, and he reinforces to get it
Yeah.
off of. Or he grabs them and reinforces to bring it in.
Keeps it as a
to do
trap.
a punch. Boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. Notice that the hands are always boom, 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 always involved there. If I did that in a jiu-jitsu thing, okay, so let's go what locks we have. I know a lot of people say, I don't understand jiu-jitsu. Guys, I'm bouncing off one.
No, you're.
My mind's just
guys,
going.
It's true. I'm telling you, don't change it. You go to the ground. They really don't. You can't
So-
stand up. Don't change much.
This hook.
Yeah.
This hook.
Oh.
All right. And then this reinforced. This is a choke all day.
Yeah.
Okay. Whether it be a blood choke or an air choke, doesn't matter. Depends on what side of the head you got.
It's like
Okay.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Blood's on the side, air's in the front and the back.
Right.
You got all this. Then you got your you got your sinuses, your eyes and ears, nose, throat, whatever. You're hitting all these at one time. You're shutting down the sinus cavity, and once you shut that down, you know as well as I do, it goes out. But you know, when you think about just this move alone,
in the very first,
you know,
beginning
if I took an arm and placed an arm in between it, place your arm in between. If I took an arm and placed it in between it, and I rolled it over into this, you know, it's the same thing.
Ain't much.
Rolling it over.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I take this move. Now look at my hand position. See how I grab my own arm?
Mm-hmm.
So if I come with a choke here, I don't want to grab here. I want to grab my own arm. That's what gives you the choke. It's grabbing my own arm. If I do this move across here, so I come up underneath here, just like this, underneath his arm, and I go right here. Now see this hand? It's going to go open as this makes a fist, and all I'm going to do is just push. Okay? Or pull, or switch. If I want to get the fist here and rotate. Okay, I get all kind of different jiu-jitsu locks in there. All from just
that roll.
kata.
That roll, the beginning bow of the kata, guys.
Kata.
Just kata.
Just kata.
A lot of people don't even realize that. Just the bow of
just taking the move, very first move of kata from zone, easy on Hoppy. Yes, ma'am, I'm sorry.
No, y'all already know. I'm good.
Even this move here, hitting, this is one of Hunchy Little's favorite.
Oh, man.
Is hitting right here in the base of this neck. But if I compile that with a boom strike straight to the 45 of that nose, and then I roll this head down and turn it, it becomes part of my bow.
Hunchy Little showed me that stripper too. Pretty nasty.
So I really want you guys, you beginners, don't get in a hurry to do all these fancy katas.
Yeah.
But and the upper katas, because I'm telling you,
everything you need.
Everything you got up here. Let me get up here. There you go. Everything that you got up here, it's found down here. And the more you work this, the better you'll be when you get up here.
I always feel like I gotta go back down here because
I wish I would have spent more time down here focusing on side block. Side block. How many different ways can I use this side block?
And another thing, guys, I to remind y'all too is, we do 10 moves on, 10 moves on each move. And it's good to switch at 5 and do the opposite side. That way you don't have weakness, guys.
Yeah.
Instead of stepping out and doing a left hand leg block and a straight punch, 5 switch and do the step back and then block with your right and punch with the left.
Yeah, if you're
you're good either way.
That's a good idea. So if you're an instructor, if you want a good cardio workout, we used to do this a long time ago in our dojo, just playing around.
Yeah, then when you get back,
I know you would do, each move 10 times.
Right.
Well, what we did was we do each move one time, and we would do the whole chart one right after another 10 times. Yeah. So we do the whole chart 10 times, one move a piece. So we'd go side block, punch, head block, punch, open arm sweep, uppercut, leg block, punch, cross body block, bridge nose, punch. Yeah. We'd do the whole chart, but we do the whole chart 10 times as fast and hard as we could.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we go around. Or just switch at 5. I mean, however y'all
miss you too, Barb. I hope you're doing great.
Hope everybody's doing good.
I hope you didn't freeze to death at the Carolina Panthers game.
How you doing, Margie? Good to see you, girl.
Margie, that's my girl. I'm taking it easy on Hoppy.
Hoppy's good. I tell you what, me and him both been under lately, man. We have.
But guys, I really want to take tonight and just explore this open arch sweep, because not only does it get you out of things, it gets you in things, and it puts a little of that pizzazz or that.
I got a feeling that we'll be teaching a couple more classes on this stuff here. We got a lot more to explore.
Yeah,
that's good. I know that. I love it.
It's just our first night scratching the surface.
Yeah.
And it's in this book, guys. That's what amazed me. It's called the.
Yeah. I think. Well, I never read it.
I mean, I was just reading through the blocks and the blocks names.
You
trying to learn my correct Okinawan pronunciation, which I butcher it because I'm Southern and I got that accent. But
we was really into the terminology when I first started with Sensei. Make sure we had people counting 10 and.
But it's called Kato Uke. So Kato Uke means chicken head wrist block. I've never heard that before in my life, and we was reading down through here like, what is that? So what we done was, it's kind of fun. We said, we're gonna cheat. We're gonna look on Google.
Hey, for you people who live in the hood out there, that's that beating on your woman movie. I know y'all like to call it women chicken heads. So don't be.
So what we done was we looked it up. We seen that terminology. We said, "What is that?" So we looked it up, and it kind of showed the guy doing this.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Wait, that's Suansu all day."
Right.
And then I said, "Wait, that goes into this and that and that." So we started building from that.
Yeah.
During a fight, it's all about a constant state of transition, moving from position to another, always in motion. It's the little things that are critical during the transition. And I've said that 100 times before. It's not, it's your position in a fight and the movement of that transition during that position.
You can't do nothing about there. You can do everything about yours.
You can do everything about yours.
Absolutely.
And sometimes, but I'm telling you right now, guys, just speaking from experience, the best thing that has worked for me in a real life situation is a push and getting your hands in the right position to keep them pushed back.
And your stances.
And it allows you to build off of that push in many different ways
But it's all in
that
chart
you couldn't imagine.
It really is. Everything's in chart 1, chart 2.
And it's chart 1 and chart 2.
Yeah. If that's all you ever knew, you'd be all right.
So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this show. I hope it wasn't too far out there.
Yeah.
I'll give you
more if we need
questions and answers. Let's go to questions and answers. Dennis, I'm glad you got an awesome sensei. One day I'll get to meet him. I am a sensei.
I don't know if y'all realize how really awesome he is. Because I see what he's a gym guy. I would cheer for me and Bruce Lee. I really would.
You guys give me too much credit.
No, I don't. We don't.
This
guy don't get enough credit. He's got a brand on. I'm telling you guys. The way he sees applications and the way he sees self-defense, it's a bad day for me. Bad day for me. Good for us, but it's a bad day for him.
Well, I did mention I had a pretty good teacher.
He did, and we're very proud. We're very proud of our lineage.
I'm proud of that.
I am too. Something to be proud of.
And let me tell you something, Dennis. I didn't get to see you for Thanksgiving, brother, but we're coming down there. We're having our Christmas banquet. Yeah. Everybody's listening. We're having our Christmas banquet December the 14th this year, and the nomination forms will be out next week. Yeah. So you can nominate competitor of the year and all this stuff. And we look forward to you coming. It is a covered dish, so make a covered dish. Come on, be a part. We will have an awards banquet during the meal. But guys, my biggest thing is, hey, Becca, there you are. I thought you was asleep. She hadn't feeling well either.
Yeah. It's hard to get away from this stuff.
December 21st is we've got to go to the Holden Beach Dojo. That's our second dojo. We got to go to the Holden Beach Dojo, and we're going to have the Christmas party and banquet down there as well. So we'll have 2 this year. Yeah. And I'm honored to be a part of that school. Yeah. As we branch out and I appreciate you guys so much. No, I'm listening from the other room, and she's running a fever tonight. So
that's not good. I mean,
please pray for Miss Becca. She's got this ookie stuff too. You mean
it's something bad.
Like I said, I was going to do the show last week. I felt bad. I really felt bad, and I was still going to do the show. I did teach a class. However, I taught from a distance, but I really wasn't feeling too well. And
guys, in 25 years I've been under this guy, I think he's missed class like 2 or 3 times because he was sick. I mean, it takes a lot since I missed class. So it's got to be pretty, it tells you how bad it is.
So if you haven't got your picture, I want to say this one more time.
We love you. If you got this
haven't got your picture, here's a picture of me and Hoppy live on
Isshinryu
Today. And if you would like to have one, all you got to do is send me your address, and we'll sign it, and we'll send it out to you for Christmas.
If you don't like the way we look, we can take a picture with some brown bags over our heads.
We can do a different picture, yeah. I'll wear he can wear his Halloween mask, and I'll wear mine too. Yeah. And we were the Chippendales, as you can see. We were in a couple of magazines and stuff. Yeah. So I just kidding, guys. I'm crazy.
They fired me for Roy Grave.
But guys, really work this technique this week. Let's see what we come up with.
Yeah.
Put it in your dojos. Put it on the floor, and start doing some open arc sweeping.
So kind of
chicken neck. Chicken, what was it? Chicken neck,
wrist block.
Wrist block. That's what it was called. And Ronnie, thank you for sharing that with me.
Yeah, thank you.
Master Cimaroshi. I didn't mean to call him Ronnie on here. I'm sorry, sir. I apologize. Thank you for sharing that with me, brother, because I never heard that before. Tonight was the first night.
We've seen the block a
and
million
I've
times. We've never covered that before.
You know, I'm sitting here slapping myself in the face because I've read this book probably.
That's what I was saying. I've read it a few times at least, and it's like I've never come across that terminology.
Look, I've read one book so much that the pages are coming out. I need to go get a new one. That's my fourth book.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just telling you, that's my fourth book. And I get Sensei to sign all of them. So if you don't have that book,
sometimes we get caught up in so much on the teaching.
Get up with me, and I'll make sure that you can purchase one from Hachi Feel Little.
Guys. Absolutely.
Speaking of, another announcement.
Yeah.
In January.
Yeah.
In January. We tried to get him here this coming weekend, but we can't. But in January, right after Christmas is over, New Year and stuff, we're going to have a seminar with Hachi Feel Little right here in our dojo. In Lexington. Everybody is welcome to come to this event. I know you'll appreciate it. I can't wait.
I'll tell you what, guys.
Because it's been a long time since I got to get on the floor and train with my sensei. Yeah. And I can't wait to do so.
No, just remember yourself along Grandmaster Phil Little. I'm telling you, man. It'd be it'd be a great seminar.
Rebecca says, send me y'all's address to my messenger.
Yeah.
So I can get the photos out.
Yeah, everybody make sure we got the right addresses.
Carrie Weaver, I think I got the wrong address. I know you sent it to me one time, sir, and I apologize. Please send me your address or send it to Rebecca because her eyesight's a little bit better than mine. And she can get things. You're laughing. You're laughing. So she'll get things in the right place. I'm just not. I tried, and every time I send something out that mailbox, that mailbox man don't like me. He sends everything back, and so I just don't think he likes me too much. Maybe I need.
I can't see it over here.
Maybe I need to go give him a chicken neck.
I can't see over here. I'm in here in the middle of the night trying to be quiet so I don't wake Sensei up. It's like, bam, boom. You know, it's just loud as I'll get out.
Rebecca, my address is 2 Dar Drive. I'd like to have a picture. So
I'm not gonna say what my address is, but it's pretty close to that one.
Oh, Lord. Guys, seriously, I hope this stuff works, and I hope you'll apply these applications.
I hope you have a good holiday too.
And I hope you get a better understanding of wax on and wax off.
Hey, you know what? That's another thing. Hey, no, the paint the fence. If you remember the paint the fence, he did do the paint the fence up and down, up, down,
chicken neck,
up, down. Yeah.
But, guys, I love you. Thank you so much.
Happy holidays, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Set Hoppy out there like a scarecrow. That will fix the mailman. Yeah, I can do that, Hoppy. I'll just set you out there tonight. It's going to be 20, and you'll be a frozen scarecrow, and the mailman, he won't bring nothing back with you standing there wearing that. So
temperature dropped on us a little bit the last couple of days. You got pretty bad.
All right.
Guys, you got any sickness, stay at home. We love you. Don't worry about missing class. Keep this stuff away. It's bad.
We'll have a photo with all 3 of us. When Rebecca's feeling better, we'll get one of those out there.
Yeah.
But you guys are going to have to hit it dead on the money to get that one. Because, you know, he's going to have to hit number 1 on that axe throwing.
He's going to pinpoint.
He says he's got it down. Maybe he's got that.
I got a picture of my aunt. I'm going to hang on the bullseye.
Yeah, there you go. Guys, I love you. God bless you. Good night.
Happy holidays, guys. We love you.
From Isshinryu Today, we love you so much.
Happy holidays.
Thanks for tuning in.
See you next class. God bless y'all.